your jaw.
Put the gun down before you kill someone.
Teenage Girl's Diary.
Hello and welcome to another Dollar Store Drive-In. I'm your host, Laura.
I'm Joe.
And we are the Newlydeads. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. This is a half-hour chat show where we discuss a movie that we watched and then recap it for you fine folks. If this is not your first time watching, welcome back. Thank you for joining us. This is also a podcast that you can find us. Usually we upload it to Spotify, so you should be able to find it tomorrow in the morning, which is Thursday. I guess tomorrow would be subjective to whenever they're like.
Right. If you're listening to this or watching this, if you're
on
watching
Wednesday
this,
night.
On Wednesday night when it's officially released and then it's dispersed out to the other channels we're also on, then
you can
the
listen.
podcast may already be available.
But this is a visual show. So if you want to find us and you're listening to us and you want to be like, what's up with the crazy dogs? Why do they keep talking about their house? What are these weird sound effects? You can find us at thenewlydeads.com for all of your Newlydeads needs. On that website, we've got things like links to our shows on YouTube. We both write blog posts. He writes a lot more than I do because he does a lot of movie reviews. I do local and small business reviews. I do coffee reviews. He does unboxings on YouTube and all sorts of fun things. We also do sometimes like follow me around videos, which we haven't done those in a long time.
That's the snacks.
Yeah, but he is uploading all of our old episodes of this show also, so you can see the Newlydeads Dollar Store Drive-In Rewind. What?
Every Friday.
Every Friday. What'd you make that look for?
They call it classic.
Oh, classics. I like,
Dollar
whatever.
Store Drive-In classics. But that's a fun. Rewind is fun.
Rewind's fun, isn't it?
I got to change all of our marketing.
No, you don't. You can keep calling it classics.
Should have talked to you first.
Nah. I just came up with that name just on the fly.
On the fly.
On the fly. But yeah, so again, this is a chat show where we're going to talk about a movie, though. And to kind of get into that, we've got some housekeeping notes. So we do have some criteria for the show. The first one is the movie that we watch needs to be under $5. It needs to be a horror, thriller, sci-fi genre type movie. And it needs to be a movie that neither of us have ever seen before.
Which is pretty often.
Yeah. And this week we had a flashback way into the past, before Joel was even born.
Wow, it's a long time ago.
That's quite a few many years.
Yikes.
Yikes. The old film. But yes, it's from 1972.
That's right.
All right.
52 years old.
52 years old. He is 50. So, oh man, I have my contacts on, but I don't have my cheaters on. So it might be a little hard for me to read the small print, but I'm going to do my best. So this week we watched Silent Night, Bloody Night, because we're keeping with our Christmas theme.
All month long.
All
you
month
get
long.
Christmas reviews from us.
Yeah, Creepmas, as we like
Yes.
to call it. Creepmas. This Silent Night, Bloody Night, like I said, is from 1972. He's going to go into that detail here in a second. But I'm going to read the synopsis.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're going to watch a trailer.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then we'll get into the meat and potatoes, as he likes to say. So on the night before Christmas, grisly murders occur around a former insane asylum where gruesome massacre took place 35 years earlier. I got it to rhyme. Because I did
You've been
it
trying that for
a hot minute.
a while. Hi. Daggy's creeping around the back
The
set.
short synopsis.
What are you doing back there, dude?
Silent Night, Bloody Night.
You can't see Shaggy's right there.
Yeah, Shaggy's being a
Lurking.
nuisance.
He's lurking.
Yeah, he's a lurker.
There he is. Oh,
Okay, so what do you think? Should we show the trailer?
We should show the trailer.
All
There's
right.
the creep.
Hi, creep. All right, so we're going to pause it. We'll be right back.
Wait, what about the trailer?
Oh, the trailer. I keep forgetting that. Every week we like to have a fun little trailer coming in. Can you just make it like a stabby knife instead of a trailer? Or a stabby knife on a trailer? Let's
I
do
like
that.
the first one, but okay.
Stabby knife on wheels.
I like how you made the beep beep noise for it.
Mm-hmm. I'm waving at it. Is it waving back?
No.
We'll find out. It's not. All right. Let me pause it now, and then we'll get on to the trailer.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was left living.
His hands. Somebody cut off his hands.
Silent Night, Bloody Night, starring Patrick O'Neill and Astrid Heron.
Yeah, Butler wasn't kidding. Nobody's lived here for years.
Don't laugh at me. I want your ID. Some maniac escaped from Margaretville.
Would you like to drive there?
Also starring John Carradine. Was the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was left living. Silent Night, Bloody Night.
And we're back. I have a sad dog on my lap here. A little sad face looking at me all sad.
He just wants attention
He
and
just
probably
wants
some
pets.
food.
He does probably want some food. Yeah, that's probably why. All right, what you got?
So whenever we watch a movie, I like to take notes. That gives us a little bit of a guideline on this journey that we call the review. And in that, I draw pictures. And then as we talk about every week at the end of the year on towards January 1st, somewhere in there, Mrs. Newlydead will put together a flip book that has all of the prior year's notes. Last year's is currently available on our website that was previously mentioned. So if you want to go check out that, go there. But then this will all be available here soon. So this week,
Whoa,
whoa,
you drew her in color. So you've got a candy cane.
yep,
You have a little ghost with a Santa hat.
yep.
And you have a very wide-faced person with glowing eyes.
It kind of looks like a Funko Pop, sort of.
A little
And then
bit.
Right beneath them, there's also
It says ghost. Oh,
there's
a
also
robot?
a little robot guy that I drew right at the very end.
I like him. Yeah, and the little wide-faced person has a Santa hat and Santa suit.
Suit, yeah.
Yeah.
I made him with glowy eyes, though. He's trying to be creepy, but he kind of was supposed to be kind of loosely based on like a Funko Pop, you know, with the kind of
Mm-hmm.
rectangular head. But then I don't know what happened. He's just a weird Santa thing.
I think you should make that into a sticker.
Ooh. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Turn it into a creepy fruit or vegetable. We'll see.
So Silent Night, Bloody Night is
Oh.
from.
I did this.
Oh yeah,
I
Laura
also
took notes
did.
too. Sometimes she does take notes.
I did take notes.
But,
I didn't draw anything though.
When she takes her notes, sometimes they're analog, sometimes they're like this or digital
Yeah, I also have notes here.
on her phone. So they are digital and analog. She is multitasking.
I am crazy. Crazy.
So
Crazy.
crazy eight. Silent Night, Bloody Night is from 1972. It is also known as Hole in One. Good job, Shaggy. Night of the Dark Full Moon, which is the alternate title to the film. This is currently sitting at 5.2 out of 10 on the Internet Movie Database. And I feel bad that the Yeti,
I got it.
the abominable
You do your
snowman,
thing.
is hiding.
Shaggy wants to eat it.
He's gonna. Yeah, well. So this is directed by Theodore Gershuni, Gershunny, who is known for a film called Kemek. That's Kemek. Don't know what that means. Sugar Cookies, which if you are an exploitation 70s film buff, you probably have heard of Sugar Cookies. And Stephen King's Golden Tales. Wow, I should really be careful. because I saw the tails and I saw the T and I put it in front of King for K. So
King.
So Stephen King's Golden Tales, which is I believe it was like an anthology thing, maybe like a TV thing. Stephen King has had a very like strange career that spans, films and
TV.
books and TV, and he's kind of gone in these ebbs and flows between being very popular with big movies and then TV stuff that wasn't as popular or that was even more popular, like It or
He's
The
a
Stand.
national treasure.
He is a national treasure. We have his Funko Pop up there, and it's bloody. This is Mrs. Newlydead got for me, and then now he's more popular than ever. With it seems like he has a new movie coming out every year, sometimes multiple.
He's got kids that also a writer.
Joe Hill is a heck of a writer. This was also written by Theodore Gershuni, who wrote all those aforementioned films. This was also written by two other folks, Jeffrey Konvitz, who wrote The Sentinel, and Gorp.
Gorp?
Yep. I was waiting for you to acknowledge that because I thought that would be something you would be like,
Gorp.
Gorp. All right. And Ira Teller, who wrote The Highlander Saga, which was a video release thing, which I think was something to do with the Highlander films, there can be only one. I think it's kind of in that vein. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember. I took these notes a couple days ago. So this stars one Patrick O'Neill, which if you see his face and you're a film fan of the 70s, you will know who that is, who was in Under Siege, King Rat, which sounds horrifying, and The Stuff, which who is, I think we've all seen The Stuff at some point in our life. If you're a horror fan.
I've heard of it.
Kind of a staple.
Mm-hmm.
And Corky, not to be confused with Life Goes On, or any number of ventriloquist dolls that were named Corky over the years. This also stars Mary Warnov, who, again, genre film fans will know who Mary Warnov is. She was in The Devil's Rejects. She had a very small part in that. She didn't last long, but she is in the film. The House of the Devil, which is quite possibly one of the best attempts at making a throwback film involving a babysitter and the devil, and it's kind of slow, like Burn kind of a pace, but it is so good. Ty West did that film. And Chopping Mall, which is on the shelf, and there's no chopping in that film. There is a mall.
There is a mall.
It used to be called Killbots, which is a much more appropriate name, but it doesn't sound as good as Chopping Mall.
I like Chopping Mall.
Yeah, sounds better, but there's no chopping. And finally, John Carradine, who has been coming up a lot on this show recently.
Yeah.
Who is, part of the illustrious Carradine family, who was in Jacko, which has been on my list for a long time. It's a very low budget. I don't know if it might be shot on video Halloween horror film that if you've seen the cover, you've seen it on the video shelves back in the day. I don't know why I haven't seen it yet, but it's on my list. Dr. Dracula, which also is one that's on my list, but have not seen as of yet. Great name, though, Dr. Acula. And The Astro Zombies, which my wife will know because up on the wall over there, she bought me a poster for it.
I
It's one of
did.
my favorite, most prized possessions.
Oh,
I love that poster. So at this point, speaking of my wife, she turns to me and says,
what'd you think?
and now we get into the reality of this film,
Yes.
which I think might be differing. And I'm trying to remember what I actually gave it on Letterboxd, because I have a Letterboxd account and I always rate these movies right after I watch them. And I'm forgetting now what I actually rated it. So this is going to be off the cuff. Anyway, so right from the get-go, this feels like a combination of Christmas movies that we've all seen in our life, like A Christmas Story, for example. It even has kind of tones of that. However, that starts out in the beginning, and then you don't really after that get the feeling that it's a Christmas movie anymore.
Yeah.
Whatever Christmassy type themes they had kind of end up getting abandoned pretty early on. I don't think it was an intentional thing. I just, didn't happen. Which I made some notes here because we should probably talk about this. That in a lot of people's minds in the horror film community, they kind of look on this as the first Christmas horror film. However, Who Slew Auntie Roo, which starred Shelley Winters, was a TV film that came out in 1971 or was filmed in 71 and came out in 72, which actually predates this and is a Christmas horror film, which incidentally, apparently, Shelley Winters didn't want it to be called that. She wanted to have a different title, but Who Slew Auntie Roo just rolls off the tongue.
Hmm.
But if you want to get really, really like hardcore about it, there's back in 1901, there was an adaptation of Charles Dickens. Uh, uh, oh my gosh, what's it
Christmas
called?
Carol.
A Christmas Carol called Scrooge, aka Marley's Ghost, which featured spirits and was predated this by
So spooky.
70 years. So
I mean, the Christmas Carol is a pretty scary movie.
I mean, you think about the song, the Tales of the Glory and with scary ghost stories and all that.
Mhm.
Everybody's like, why are you telling scary ghost stories at Christmas?
That was a thing back then.
Yeah. And I mean, if you think about it again, like you said, Christmas story,
Christmas Carol.
Christmas story, sorry, has some pretty, horrific elements. So
Lots of ghosts, lots of death.
Mhm.
I mean, if you've ever, have you ever seen the play?
I don't know if I have. I've seen lots of adaptations of it.
My parents and I
But-
used to go see Christmas Carol all the time here in the town that we live in, Rockford.
Yeah.
There's a New American Theater, and like
Oh.
the death that they would have,
Yeah.
the person that was in it, like either they were on stilts or they had like a thing that would like make the top of it really huge.
Yeah.
But the thing was like 7 feet tall,
So there's elongated, like,
elongated limbs, and it was like, yeah, it was very cool. Yeah,
Hokey
it
death.
scared the poop out of you though when it would come out and there was somebody walking. So yeah, it was really neat.
so there was lots of poop in the theater?
Yeah, I was pooping everywhere.
Oh,
I was a
Jesus.
kid, so
Not
what
you,
do?
I'm just mean in general. There was lots of poop just like rolling down the aisles.
Poop.
Poop. So yes, this is not technically the first horror film of Christmas, surrounding Christmas. Although most people, when they think of that, think of Silent Night, Deadly Night, or the other film that we'll get to. So yeah, it's up for debate. So there's a character in it. John Carradine's character doesn't speak, and instead he rings a bell. And during the whole movie, we kept waiting for Tito Salamanca to pop out, because the John Carradine character kind of talks weird, and they
From
don't
Breaking Bad.
explain why. Yeah, if you're not a Breaking Bad fan, I'll put a screen cap up here. One of the most terrifying characters in that show. Although Gus Fring is pretty terrifying as well.
Mhm.
But anyway, they don't explain why John Carradine can't talk until later. So then there's an axe and there's a black glove killer. So then it feels like it's a Giallo film, which, again, weird. There's phone calls, there's heavy breathing, and then you're not sure if it's a ghost or if it's somebody killing that might be inside the house. So again, elements that are used in another Christmas film, horror film down the road. The acting is not so great. It almost feels like a student film or a high school play. But the biggest problem with this film, and what really was a detriment, which I think probably is what caused what happened to you to happen, is it's fairly slow paced, but it's so degraded and so dark
Yeah.
that I even rewound the ending twice and I could not make out the big reveal killer thing at the end. It's so incredibly dark. This film is in desperate need of a restoration. So Vinegar Syndrome, Severin, TerraVision,
If you haven't already done it.
Cauldron Films, any one of you guys out there, because this is not, it's not available. Like it's not.
Yeah, it's on the slasher collection that we got.
And on there, that's, it's just, it desperately needs it. So I think if somebody cleaned it up, it would put it into the canon of people's minds as being something that is a Christmas, maybe not a classic per se, but it's definitely would get a lot more respect than that I think it deserves.
Yeah, it was really hard and difficult to watch because it was so dark.
So what happened to you because of that?
I fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which it happens sometimes, and a lot of times that gauges whether or not how she rates the film. But
It's are we giving away spoilers? I mean, it is a 52-year-old movie.
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe. A lot of people haven't even heard of this film, so
The whole beginning of the movie shows a photo of first of all, the reason I was like excited about this is because my maiden name is Butler, and the whole house was called the Butler House, and I was like, I'm in. And so I was
It's true.
excited about it and then fell asleep. But they showed this photo of Wilford, right? Wilford Butler? Wilfred.
the main bad.
Yeah,
main
Wilfred
bad guy,
Butler.
the main.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes. So they show his photo and a photo of his wife and then a little girl in the photo. And then they start saying that, like, kind of what he caught on fire or whatever. And basically they say that he left his house to his only kid,
Right.
Jeffrey's not in that photo. And like in the beginning of the movie, they like pan in on the photo of this little girl and then you don't hear anything about it. So it's like, I wonder who the killer is.
Well, and then as it goes on, it turns out that after the house, because the house has been sitting vacant, but they insisted that the house be maintained in the exact way that it was when everybody vacated the house.
Yeah.
And so there's a caretaker that's keeping it up to date, but then now it's finally come to time where they're trying to pass the house down or sell it. I don't remember exactly what the thing was, but the people that go in there, don't come out. It's like a roach motel.
Yeah.
And they're kind of trying to figure out like who's killing the people that are going in there, why, and kind of what happened to this, because there's this like board in the city, like this little group of like 5 or 6 people that are kind of overseeing the whole thing, and they don't want to let the house go, and there's this whole like thing with them that's kind of a mystery. And you come to find out later on that there was a big, and I wish I could have made it out better because it was really unclear exactly what happened, but there was a big massacre that happened.
Mhm.
And
On Christmas Eve.
Yep, and all the people in that room were attacked, and John Carradine's character had his throat slit. That's why he talks weird, but he didn't die. And so all these people, I think, were part of that in some way, like they were connected to that occurrence.
Right.
And
well, because the Butler House was once a mental institution.
Right, and that had happened at some point early on, and so they're like, is it the ghost of somebody that was there?
Right.
And I could honestly not tell you who the killer was at the end, whether it was Jeffrey or not, because at the end they show like him or them coming out of the shadows or down the stairs or something, but it's so dark I couldn't make a face out.
Yeah, it's Mary Ann, the daughter.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. Says the big twist. I wrote down like the synopsis or whatever, like that I found online.
Oh, you looked it up because I couldn't see who it was in the
because it was really dark, so it's like hard to see it. Because I think you even rewound
it a couple times, and I couldn't see.
Yep, it was his illegitimate daughter who goes by the alias of Mary Ann. She was one of the patients in the mental institution. She escaped when they killed Wilfred on Christmas Eve.
Spoiler.
Yeah, I told you there's going to be spoilers.
We try not to give it away, but in this case, 52 years old.
She had a grudge against her father, the town, and anyone connected to the house.
Well, I'm glad you checked because I sure as heck didn't know. Because I wrote twist and I said, wait, what? Because I didn't know what the heck happened.
Yeah.
Huh. So, what else did you write there in your notes?
In here?
No, in your analog notes.
In my analog, I said Evil Dead shots. I did like some of the like cinematography for it. It was very like Evil Dead kind of like where they it's just the camera panning and like moving, and stuff like that. I really liked that.
Like if you watch any of those early Sam Raimi films where it looks like it's on a motorcycle driving through the forest, but it's a camera that's supposed to be like the Evil Dead.
I did like that.
Deadites.
Yeah.
They definitely use that plot device.
Yep. And then the other thing I said was video film quality is poor.
That's an understatement, man.
Yeah. Oof. But I wanted to make sure that, I figured that it was the person that they panned in on in the beginning. And so when you showed me the end or whatever, like, I know you said that you were really confused and you couldn't figure out who it was. So I wanted to just like 100% make sure that I was right, that it was that person that they panned in on in the beginning of the movie. Because I was like, immediately like, that was their daughter.
Yeah.
I was like, why is it Jeffrey? Or is it, a case of like, Mary Ann is Jeffrey now, like
Angela and
yes.
And that whole thing.
Yes.
We'll leave out the name of the film we're discussing, but
yes.
It's happened. You know what it is.
Yeah. Yep.
Huh. Well.
Yeah, she was his half sister.
I mean, if you like '70s pacing films, giallo-esque, Christmas time.
Again, we highly
know.
recommend those companies try to clean it up a little bit so that way we can re-release it, make it,
I think it would have it honestly be one of those films that has a new life because
agreed.
when we get to my rating on it, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Do you have anything else?
Yeah. So no, I think that. Do you want to rate it?
Yeah.
All right. On a scale of infinite badness to 5.
How am I going to do infinite badness as a background?
No, we always do that on a scale of
Oh, I thought you meant out of like. I was like, man, I was confused.
to 5. We'll say. We'll say people on fire because he was on fire in the beginning. Remember?
That's what I thought. That's what I thought your
burning
badness was. All right. So like I said, I feel like if this film could get some proper restoration, a little bit of context in the form of some special features, maybe a making of, because Mary Warnoff is still alive. John Carradine is not, unfortunately. I think Patrick O'Neill might still be alive. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, there's enough people around that could talk about the film that I think it would do it justice. And I felt like there was some really good things going on here that felt like something I wanted to invest myself in because it was so dark. The sound was not great. It was almost too hard to watch because of those technical elements. And I felt like the film itself could hold its own. So I ended up with 2.5 out of 5.
Yeah. And I'd give it a 1 just because I fell asleep. So, all right. Well, if they don't want to watch this movie, what do you recommend?
Well, if you haven't noticed, I've been skirting around a specific film because I feel like this is truly the progenitor for that film. And I feel like they borrowed heavily from it. I felt like, Evil Dead may have borrowed from it. I feel like there's some other films that kind of took from this and turned it into something, better, quote unquote. So I think 1974's Black Christmas is obviously the analog to this. So if you can find if they ever do it's me, Billy. If they ever do a remaster of this, I thought you were like, wow, that's a bad idea.
No, I was saying it was me, Billy.
You could watch them back to back, and I think they would make a good companion piece.
Yeah.
Honestly.
All right. What are we watching next week?
We only got one more on there to watch because of the one at the last one on there I've already seen. So it negates it. The Severed Arm will never be seen. It's on the shelf, actually. So if you've been watching our show, you know that the second half of the
Krampus Returns
is, I don't know. After Granny Krampus, I have not a lot of faith.
Yeah.
Krampus Returns is from 2022. So Granny Krampus was from this year. So we're going back in the Wayback Machine, the whole 2 years.
So Krampus the Return. Oh, excuse me. After Lisa's brother mysteriously dies, she and her college friends go to her family home in search of answers and are shocked to discover that his killer was none other than the demonic Krampus.
Shocker.
Are you excited?
Wait, is Krampus a demon? Krampus isn't a demon, is he?
Yeah.
I thought he was just like the Anti-Claus. He's just like a mythical figure. He's not a demon, though, is he?
I mean, he has horns and a hoof.
And one hoof?
Yeah.
Just like
he has a regular foot and a hoof foot. If you look at the traditional Krampus, he's supposed to have a regular foot and a hoof foot.
Because whenever I see a
lot of times they're like 2 hooves, but he's supposed to have a regular foot and a hoof. I just wanted to keep saying hoof foot.
Hoof. I wonder if Granny Krampus, that's why she walked the way she did.
Probably.
She had a hoof and a foot.
She should be having a hoof and a foot.
Well, because the traditional picture, and I'll put it here because I put it on the Granny Krampus episode too, but the traditional picture of Krampus is this one. And in the picture, so I can let her know what I'm putting up here on the screen right now, is the brown kind of furry looking Krampus with his tongue really far out, and he's standing upright. He's kind of got the goat legs, and he's got horns, and he's got 2 hooves, I'm pretty sure. And then he's got a little kid in his basket and a little switch. Mm-hmm. And that's
he's supposed to have a regular foot and a hoof foot.
Huh. Because whenever I see Krampus, that's the one I always think of, is this picture right here.
Yeah. But he's supposed to have a regular foot.
Wow.
Yeah, if you look up Krampus or whatever. You want to know my opinion?
I do, actually.
On Krampus. My opinion is that Yule is celebrated around Christmas time, and some pagans and like, other people like use a deity called the horned god. And so I'm guessing that people of other faiths probably turned Krampus into like the horned god into Krampus to like deter people from wanting to celebrate. That's just my take on it.
That's an interesting theory.
There's probably some other like stuff written on about it, but that happens a lot.
Well, if you have thoughts about this, have any other insight, things you want to tell us about the Krampus in general, or this hoof and real foot thing, which I got to look this up after we're done.
That's a thing, yeah.
Just send us an email at contact@thenewlydeads.com. We don't always do that. Or find us on Facebook. We're readily available. We'd love to talk to you. Give us your thoughts. And
yeah.
So.
All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. We all love Krampus, so I'm excited for next week. And until next week,
keep it cheap and creepy and one hoof and one footy.
Bye.
Go look after your mother and sister. Where are you going? I'm gonna finish this. Goodbye, Tom.
Merry Christmas! I spat on myself.
Oh, I love it.